Adobe Firefly is Adobe's generative AI tool that lets anyone create stunning images, text effects, and design elements using simple prompts. Integrated into apps like Photoshop and Illustrator, it speeds up creativity by turning words into visuals instantly. Firefly is designed with creators in mind, offering commercial-safe content and easy editing tools that make it perfect for designers, marketers, and everyday storytellers. Once you're logged into your account, the platform showcases what are the other features and apps under the name of the Adobe logo, where you can export and edit your works from one app to another. If you click on your icon of your profile, you have a quick access to your plans and subscriptions, which you can change at any given time. Every plan is different depending on the user's preferences. Whether you would like to try out Premiere Pro, Adobe Express, or Photoshop, they offer you everything. In the tab of your icon, you can also look at how many credits you have, and the program will always show you how much you have used after every single edit and generated image. Here is the key feature of Adobe Firefly, the text-to-image option. We enter our prompt, a futuristic city skyline in cyberpunk style at night, and every time you get 4 different results of your description from which you can pick one that best suits your vision. Firefly lets you choose what style, what color, and even what composition you would like to have your image generated in. And the one that you like the most can be exported in the other apps under Adobe. Moreover, you can always download the image for yourself or like the one that satisfies you in your library later, while you can offer feedback to the program for your experience. Now let's try another one, a fantasy forest with magical creatures watercolor style. Here you have the 4 options before you. You can look at them separately and you can choose the best one that fits your vision. You can later, as I already mentioned, download it for your own personal use or export it somewhere else. When you have generated your image, you can always edit it in the general settings. You can choose from many different models, as here we have the Firefly Image 4. You can also choose what kind of aspect ratio you would like. Here, this one is for landscape. You can choose between art or photo or video and how much you would like your visual intensity to be. You also have your composition and you have many different styles to choose from. Then you also have a couple of references you can base your image off of, and you have many options for effects. Now let's return back to the fantasy forest with the magical creatures. Here I would like to change some stuff a bit. From landscape, I would like to change it to widescreen. I would also want to keep it in art with a slightly higher visual intensity. For the composition, I have chosen to go with a more semi-realistic one. And with the styles, I also chose a very vibrant and colored one. Then for the concepts, I looked around and it was a bit difficult for me to choose from, as there are many different options, but I believe I chose something as a splash art, more futuristic kind of theme. And for the color and the tone, I decided on some pastel colors with a dramatic light for the lighting of my image. In the end, these are the 4 different variants that I got, and they looked absolutely stunning. And when I compared them to the previous 4 ones, they had very distinctive styles. You can see that it's pretty visible, but ultimately you pick whatever you like and whatever your preference is or whatever you are looking for. Then I wanted to play with the tools a bit. So I set up as a prompt simply AI. But as you can see, the program told me that it was a bit too short and too general for it to generate something that was what I wanted. So then I decided to add some effects. The first one I added was shiny metal with neon glow, and I got some pretty interesting images out of this one that looked really mesmerizing. But then I said, well, let me do something more, and so I added another one that was more of a nature themed. I wanted to see how the two would look like, so I wrote nature, grass, and flowers. I waited a bit, and then in the end you can see what beautiful images I got. In the end, I decided to put on some other effects as a toned image and a bit futuristic, and then I got something out of like a movie. It was really interesting and really fun for me to work around and see what the program can create. When I was done with generating my images, I wanted to see how many credits I got left, and they were just 2. I was expired for the month. You are not really left with a lot of room to work around, and you're kind of restricted. Here specifically, it's month by month. Adobe Firefly has completely changed the way I approach creativity. It's fast, it's intuitive, and it's honestly a lot of fun to use. I definitely recommend you give it a try yourself. You'll be amazed at how easily your ideas can turn into stunning visuals. Whether you want to, let's say, design, or you want to experiment, or maybe just explore your imagination, Firefly is ready to take your creativity to the next level. And as always, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate your comments, and we cannot wait to see what your experience was.